It is so much darker when a light goes out than if it had never shone. John Steinbeck.
Kilo 12 calling on VH channel 16. Over.
Nothing on the AIS.
Nothing.
Keep trying.
Repeat. Stationary vessel in position. 23 degrees, 10 decimal, 45 minutes south. 71 degrees, 18 decimal.
I hope nobody suffers from thalassophobia.
I think it's drifting!
Radar says no. It's definitely stationary. Oil rig. This is salvage barge Kilo Delta Kilo 12 calling on VH channel 16. Do you require assistance? Over.
It looks very pretty so far. Alright, I've turned it down a little bit.
Deep Sea 15! Shit! It's a Cade Corp rig!
Still no response. No comms, no power.
Maybe they bugged out! Just left instead of dismantling her proper!
Only one way to find out.
It does look nice.
We see a docking port up ahead. Hold on tight.
Also, I'm not talking much because I don't want to get in the way of the cinematics. And since there's voice acting, I want the actors to shine.
Here we go. Please let everything be all right. Please let everything be all right.
No, talk all over like people do with the cinema. That drives me crazy, though. Chapter 1. Yeah, the talking, the checking the phone, fury on the waves. I suffer from misophonia, so like hearing people having popcorn and snacks and like shaking their ice and squeaking their straws and drinking soda or whatever. It's so difficult for me to go to the cinema, and I love
Okay, we're tied off.
seeing things on the big screen.
Rain may be letting up too.
Ha! And the foxhounds are live and sniffing.
Foxhound mapping network connected.
We really think these mapping drones are worth it.
We have to map the whole thing. The salvage reports. There's no way we do that without drones. And we're borrowing them, Mac, not buying them.
Borrowing has a price too.
Look at it, Mac. If it's empty, this changes everything for us.
Not everything. Sorry. You're right. I'm gonna head into the rig.
Hey, let's sync the QSDs.
Quantum storage device of shared storage is now current.
Here's active.
Yeah, I still can't find the spare device though.
Oh, it's on Moses. I needed its battery.
Great.
This is why I don't go to the cinema no more, and also
QSD on a
because the
toy
ones
bear, it'll be
quite sticky
passing
and
as
nasty.
seashells and barnacles.
What
She's
kind of
more than a
cinemas are you
toy.
going to, Jansu? Oh, there's a whole bunch of stuff. Are you going to the kind of cinemas that got Paul Rubin in trouble? Good old Pee Wee Herman. Use an item by selecting it from the inventory and clicking on an interactive location on the puzzle screen. You can only use items on a puzzle pop-up screen. Okay. Right-click to ping. Ping to highlight locations in the environment. Blue means interactive and green means description. Share an item by selecting and then clicking on a portrait, or grab an item by hovering over a portrait and choosing the item. Open the PDA to view archived conversations, logs, and collectibles. Place items in the special inventory slots and manipulate them. Mac can break, bend, and crush an item. Charlie can repair or combine items. Switch characters by selecting their portrait. Okay. I have no idea who you're talking about, but it's mostly drink spillage and popcorn all over the floor that is causing the stickiness. I mean, I know Pee Wee Herman was more of an American thing, but am I just too old? Pee Wee Herman was like a children's kind of actor. He had Pee Wee's Playhouse. There's, I mean, a lot of references have made it into pop culture, but the actor, Paul Reubens, and we know Pee Wee Herman here in the UK is just not popular. His films, yeah, I could see how his films would make it over here. Well, the actor Paul Reubens, he was arrested for essentially wanking it in a adult theater. You know, the place that you would go to do that sort of thing. It was a big scandal over nothing. And I love Paul Reubens. He was such a good guy. Like in his personal life, he was just a really nice person. From everything that you hear about him outside of that, outside of the police record. Apparently not nice enough to be arrested for that. I mean, I'm missing this. A variety of workbenches have been set up around the deck. Preparation for any salvage or broken tools may require a repair adjustment. Yeah, but he should never have been arrested for that, is the thing. It's just, you know, he was popular, he was famous, so you gotta get him for something. I think it was in the 90s. A family photograph of Mac, Charlie, and Hope. A cherished memory has been frozen in time. The smiling faces look back from behind the glass. Unopened letters. A pile of unopened letters has been stacked on the table. The words "Final Notice" and "Payment Due" emblazon the envelopes. Bathed in the glow shed by the fairy lights, the thick blankets promise warmth and security. A variety of sentimental knickknacks occupy the wooden shelf. The rough sea has shifted some of Hope's favorite books. Super toy. The sophisticated robotic kid's toy casts a forlorn figure. The patchy fur betrays its age. However, this rare Mr. Kibbles model boasts a learning AI on par with modern alternatives. What about this little bunny-looking one? Anything else that we are missing? So I think we can click on Super Toy and unopened letter. Oh, actually, we can click on the photo too. Right, because blue I think we can interact with, and green is just info.
How are we going to... It's just... never ending.
Yeah, and, you know, this ties into why I've been so stressed. Because all of my redundancy is going straight to the mortgage, basically.
Oh. I
What's
keep
this?
waiting. But... fool's errand.
Is that on the
Never
frame?
hurts any less.
I've put in a application for the pet shop that's in town because they're looking for weekend work, but I haven't heard back from them yet because I can get there like walking in 8 minutes, and that's if I walk slow. Okay, so that show me like everything. Cool. Cool.
We should really get rid of these. But yet...
Yeah, I know. I'm contemplating just also trying the the grocery stores that are here. Like we have a Waitrose, we have a co-op, we have like in our little town center. There are quite a few shops. I'm trying to avoid it. When I first moved here, I worked retail. I worked at Pets at Home, which was fine. I especially just liked cleaning out the animals and feeding them in the morning, and then having to deal with the customers is where I didn't enjoy the job as much. Try for the high-end one. There's some nice employee perks. Yeah, I've looked at them. It's on my I probably have to do it at some point list. I have some prospective things. Like I have some high hopes for some of the applications I put in. Or I might be having to drag my sorry ass into London, which would be a pain. Because I'm not super close to London. It is doable, but it's not super close. Hope's crib. Rainwater drips from the crib's bulging wood. The bassinet's pink paint has been worn away by the weather, and salt water has seeped through the little mattress. As a result, the impression left by a sleeping figure has almost vanished. Come London, I can annoy you. The thought crossed my mind. Like, if I do end up working in London, I was going to be like, yeah, where are you so that I can, like, beat up some of your co-workers? Cell recharge station. A salvager wouldn't be caught dead without a power cell recharge station.
Fuse housing is totally rusted. Gotta fix it at some point. You know, with all the free time that I've got.
Am I fixing it with duct tape? Oh. Do I have to open things? Use strength. I can use my strength to bend, break, or smash objects in the inventory. An item must be in the adjacent inventory slot. Am I gonna break some tape? You work outside? Even when it's cold? I feel like I need wires or something. It just... Alright, let's leave that. Oh, outside London, not work central. I've been putting in for, like, all over. A retractable bridge, in addition to providing a convenient means to board and disembark, it also proves helpful when attempting to improvise access to salvage, lacking any crew to roll out a welcome.
Okay, let's see.
Blue sky systems closely active. All systems nominal.
Radio check, video check, vitals check.
I hear you. You seeing what I'm seeing?
Mm-hmm. Plug suits live. Signal is good. This rig is massive.
It doesn't look scuttled either. There's way too much equipment left behind.
You fixing the thing reminded me, have you seen The Lift Supernatural Handyman Simulator? No, I don't think I have. Should I? Saucer. Sitting idle and unpowered, the Luna satellite dish idles, rust slowly claiming its surface. The amount of cargo left strewn about suggests the dish's demise may have come earlier. Oh, it's at that. Okay, stacked cargo. You should check it out. Looks like it would be a good game. Not released yet, but is due for release this year. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. The stacked cargo appears to contain disk drives. Water has found its way in, though, and it's unlikely any of the data has survived. Hastily packed
That is
cargo.
a long way down.
Don't fall, then.
5 meters.
I could make it across that beam.
Nuh-uh, no way. It's too dangerous. I'll find another way across.
This cargo seems to hold the personal effects of some of the crew who worked here, awkwardly handled and imperfectly sealed. It seems they were packed in haste. Darkness swallows the other side of the landing as the sound of groaning steel structures echoes in the wind. A curtain of dark runnels coats... Where? Conduits. Dark runnels coats the wall, betraying the presence of leaks within the piping. I'm glad that I can right-click. Puddles! Puddles, the cat with brain damage on Instagram that my wife and I look for every single night. Various panels seem to have been pried from the flooring, though the reason for this is unclear. As a result, puddles of rainwater have pooled into the exposed architecture. If you haven't seen Puddles on Instagram, she's very cute. Examine PDA. The encrypted handheld device unlocks access to its owner's personal thoughts, messages, and reports. Ooh. He looks haunted. Kurtdog Darren, motorman. Looks like another lab is being set up on the mule. Yesterday's cargo resupply had at least a dozen stasis pods. This morning I processed a sizable neural cortex VAT suspended in jelly. Not gonna lie, it made me hungry. Oh, can I just click this? I forwarded the security protocols to Puddles. Unfortunately, the asshole still has me by the balls, and he knows it. Huh, weird. I thought it was just in my head, but the more I listened, the more convinced I became that it was real. I asked everyone around me if they could hear it too, but they all just looked at me like I was crazy. I couldn't shake the feeling that the music was there, though. It was so faint and ethereal, like it was coming from another world. I've never had an experience like this before, and it's really unsettling. I wish someone else could have heard the music too, so I wouldn't feel so alone in this. Investigate and order treatments for cybernetic degradation due to the salt air. Order a maglift coupler bracket. Investigate required spares for gas turbines and worn gate components. Order security latches for the maintenance lab. Check for new food and film catalogs. Okay, that's just reports. To Babs Darren, pending delivery. I fear that I may not express myself correctly if I try to tell you how much you mean to me. I am working on digging us out of the debt hole that I unwittingly put us in. I can only imagine the shock and disappointment you felt when you found out. I was sure the investment was good, but I recognize now that I have a lot to learn. I fully expect to repay the company and get you out of the debt-holding facility in 5 years. I have a surefire way of making a ton of cash. I need to pay off a few game debts, and then I can get my system running again. You will always be right here in my heart, no matter where I am. Love, Kurt. The pill pushers told me to start keeping a dream journal, so here it is, the same dream I have every night. I am in a magnificent chapel. Large red and black stained glass windows with emblazoned images of Jesus and Mary are staring back at me. 1,000 voices hum in the background. I look down, and I have no arms, legs, or torso. My head is part of a seething mass of goop. I scream, and the entire mass vibrates, and I start humming the same tune. My lips are forced to move against my will. A human figure enters from the vestibule and tears my tongue from my mouth. I'm forced to look at the figure. It speaks. I do not understand its speech. Father Melvin would be proud that 3 years of religious education have finally borne fruit. It's weird. Is that Jucca? Jucca paste? Yucca paste? 4 crates, 128 times bags per crate. Don't confuse berry for strawberry again. 25 BioDays suit gel packs. Order tube, cable, and piping spares for the mule, including replacing a mile of melted 10-inch steel core cable. What the hell could fry this line in the freezing Pacific? 2 times calcium injector suits for Dr. Elspeth. 2 Captain Haskine. Or Haskine. Captain, are there any issues with DS-15 outgoing mail? I have been trying to get a hold of my mother for the last month, and every message I've sent is still marked as pending delivery. I've combed my settings a dozen times. I'm hesitant to push too hard since Kane takes care of my mother as part of my contract, but she's the only reason I put up with this literally shit work and criminal pay. I've spent the last 2 mornings unclogging sewage and scraping more of Kay's sordid experiments out of assorted containers. I think I deserve the right to check up on her. Can you help me out, Cap, for old time's sake? Hey there, Rubber Ducky Knight. How are you doing? Bell maintenance keeps tripping the electrics up here, which is a pain in my ass. Kurt, do this. Kurt, do that. Kurt, fix this. So I'm going to bypass Substation 1 and Substation 4, nuke them both from the system. Of course, that could result in a catastrophic fire, but that would be someone else's problem. No juice for the entire platform means a vacation for Kurtdog. The dreams have stopped, but the chorus has gotten louder. I can now make out some of the words. Apple trees and pear trees are in blossom. Mists above the winding river float. Quarantine order as of corrupted. Follis's drone races are on hiatus, which is bitter news. Worse yet, the quarantine went into effect before the last results and payouts were distributed, so I'm left twiddling my thumbs waiting for this whole thing to blow over. I can feel in my gut that I won something, maybe even one big, and I can't help wondering if the greedy bugger isn't using the quarantine as a cover to cut me out. 65 log entries were erased remotely. Waddling around as I avoid working on projects before picking the wife up. Well, don't waddle too long. Cap's wife came up from the mule in a body bag. Please keep me safe in your care, Kane. Help me to feel your presence and know that I am never alone. Protect me from all harm and guide me on my path. May your love and grace surround me always. And that is the end. Okay. A lot of logs. Cargo box. These containers seem to have been stacked and placed in preparation for loading them onto a ship. However, the extensive weathering from the elements suggests that such a ship never came. And that's Puddles. So let's go this way. The storm shutter has been lowered. Fortunately, it can be opened with a light tug on the driving chain. Can I light tug the driving chain?
Found the power generator. It's not spinning.
Explains why we didn't pick up any radio chatter. Think we can get it running?
Well, it's locked up, but yeah, looks intact.
Hold on, I'm coming up.
Is she going to say anything different about this kind of stuff? No, it doesn't seem like it.
I forget how frighteningly beautiful the ocean is at night.
Frightening's right. Especially during a storm.
Though there be fury on the waves, beneath them, there is none.
Says who?
I can't believe how many AI jobs there are.
At times like
It's a little
this,
concerning.
wish I had something to pray to. Please, let this all be okay. Let it be okay.
What is, oh no, don't walk back. I was just seeing what you were doing. I was just, I like the flower pattern. I was just trying to look at it.
Deep Sea 15.
I hope I'm around for when the AI bubble bursts.
What is this place?
Probably.
Who cares? Let's figure out if it's empty, claim the title, and get out of here.
Well, this one may warrant some overtime. Well, that looks heavy.
Yeah, no way I'm getting that open by myself.
Are they both yanking the chain? Use engineering. I can use my technical skills to fix objects in the inventory. 2 items must be in the adjacent inventory slots. So in there. I guess that means that's how you combine things. Yank the chain. Facade, was that new? A thick layer of grime is collected within the deeper recesses here, while paint has peeled away from a lot of the piping. It's hard to tell if this is also a result of the installation being abandoned or simply negligence when this rig was still manned. Okay, so she's run up here. A network of service pipes spread throughout the facility, the veins of the industrial body. Vista. This vantage provides a beautiful view of the oceanic expanse, though the highly questionable absence of a railing against a sudden drop results in a vague sense of acrophobia. Is acrophobia the fear of falling? A dense cluster of electronic wires and cabling, being open and exposed like this, and for so long, is a grim prospect for any functional electronics inside. What is that thing? Excuse me? Wait, why do I have a box on my arm? Junction box. Fan blades. The massive fan blades dissipate heat from the electropump power generation room below. Ooh, okay. Broken control unit. This unit regulates and integrates... Put that there. Regulates and integrates the operations of the door mechanism. Unfortunately, it looks like a fuse has blown on it, so I need to find a fuse. Tanks. A pair of freshwater tanks store water for use by the crew. You're not quite sure how fresh the water is, though, considering how long it may have been standing here. Substation notice. The informative poster features basic information on the power distribution layout for DS15. The code AAFGJJAA is legible. Is that going to be important? There's a QR code. Should I scan it? Should we see what happens? The search function, like the little preview that it gives you, just says there are no clues here. Oh god. Should I write this down? JJ is circled, but I'm gonna write down AA FG JJ circled AA. Who knows? Who knows? We'll figure it out. I'm supposed to have the PDA has my notes, right? No collectibles logs. That's Kurtdog. Conversation. So that's not giving me the note that we just looked at. Storage. More hastily packed luggage intermixed with containers filled with spare parts. Reinforced walls. The steel walls here seem to have been built doubly thick. While common in construction encasing and containing high-pressure environments, it strikes you as somewhat unusual to find such a sturdy wall, housing rig facilities. I think my head was also built double thick sometimes. I have nothing to say about that. Deep Sea 1.5. Metastasized corrosion has eaten away at the Deep Sea 15 signage. Scan it and go to your OnlyFins. I mean, all joking aside, I might need to start, like, only tentacles or something. We're getting to that point. Can he give me tape? Can I just tape this thing together? No, I didn't think so. That's not how you fix a fuse. I'm gonna give the tape back to him. Oh, you know what? She said that she could probably walk across this thing, so let's see if she can.
I can do this.
Charlie, I mean it. We can't afford this right now.
What does that mean?
It means when risks catch up with you, they catch up with me too.
Doing it anyway.
Charlie, goddammit.
I made it, Mac. It's fine.
It was fine this time.
I know my limits.
That's not the point. The point is if you get hurt with our debt, we lose the boat too. Haven't we lost enough?
That's why we're here.
This woman.
This woman's kind of a badass. What are you talking about? This section of the ocean rig has suffered from a violent gravity of collapsing architecture, tearing away walkways and supports as they fall from above. Bent balustrade. Something large and heavy forced the balustrades to near collapse. Whether it fell into the ocean below or was cleared by hand, no trace of the culprit remains. There's so many things to look at. Collapsed walkway. The walkway leading to the crew facilities has become a twisted mass of steel and cables. I'm not going to try to walk across another thing just yet. We'll see if there's a clear path. Containers. A cumbrous aluminum enclosure stuffed with a chaotic assortment of exotic apparatus and equipment. Cumbrous. Bulkhead. More double-layered steel walls encase the facility interiors. The cost must have been staggering, though it begs the question as to why it was felt they were needed. Okay, so she made it across that. That's a void. What's down here? At this height, the wind begins to tug and pull at exposed architecture, the beginnings of a howl starting to form as air gushes through the skeletal remains of the walkway. Prolonged exposure to the elements has essentially entrapped the crane within a thick coating of rust.
A lot of damage here. Storm must have done this.
Please be careful.
This isn't my first rodeo, Mac.
Condensation blankets the interior portal window, but a dull light allows you to make out the various shapes of machinery within. A warped handrail, likely victim to the same
Looks
occurrence.
like this is the only way in. It's...
I was
it's
talking,
rusted
Charlie.
shut.
Likely victim to the same occurrence that took out the rest of the walkway. Do I need... Oh wait, what's... Twisted rod. This heavy-duty rod looks as if it were part of a crane that was hastily jammed into the window hinge to keep it very securely shut. Okay, well now that that's out... Oh. Oh, keep it doing it. So I think the cursor kind of turns blue. Bang, bang, bang. No, that's not working. Do I need Mac here? Ping. Can I... Does that work? It does. That's not gonna do anything, though. Can I give this to him to straighten out? Can he brute strength this thing? Straighten rod. My husband has apparently made it less pretzel-like. I think it was prettier than when it was twisted up. I'm just amazed that they were able to do that. From so far away. How do I get... I've been clicking. You're kidding me. I've clicked that already. Oh my god. I mean, you've got to be kidding me.
These fuse boxes are tricky, but the control unit should work now.
I swear I've clicked that already. Lock gate. An old but secure graphene magnetic lock secures the sliding gate.
Need something to pry this lock.
Oh, you mean like something straight and metallic? Too bad someone lost our crowbar, isn't it?
Hey, that seagull was eating my sandwich. And got it. Now let's get that power back on.
I would really appreciate that.
Okay. I'm getting it now. To activate these old rig turbines, a gas catalyst is used. The old mechanism powers the entire platform, which is rather remarkable. Energy is distributed throughout the rig by this mass of machinery. The beating heart of this massive rig sits in silence. This complex apparatus increases the voltage of the power generation systems. So now what are we looking at? Rust away. I thought maybe this needed to be taped up or something.
Out of fuel, looks like.
Okay. Out of fuel. Empty fuel cylinder. These babies can run for at least a week without needing a refill. I assume this injects fuel into the gas turbine and starts the power generation process. The cylinder is bone dry. So... do I need to find another gas cylinder? I almost lost my mech arm to this stuff once. Oh, this magnet's gonna come in handy. Bang, bang, bang with the magnet. Nope. But the rust away might be helpful.
Rust in peace.
Good work there.
Thanks. Heading inside.
Do I need to turn these? Uh-huh. There we go. I can only be
Whoa.
stupid for so long.
It's dark. Power's off here.
Do you have a light source? Obstruction. The crates are stacked in a way that clearly suggests they were intended as a barricade. Flayed man.
Elevated heart rate detected.
Oh my god.
Charlie. What is that?
It's a body.
Okay, that's it. Get back to the boat.
No, Mac. It's okay.
It's okay? It's a body. A really messed up one, too. We're out of here. Authorities can deal with this.
It's not like we haven't seen bodies before. Remember the Starfall?
That was different. It was a contract. We knew there was going to be...
And now we know the same thing here.
Charlie,
We can do this.
we don't have any idea what's going on here. Whatever killed him could kill us too.
Exactly. We don't know. We don't know if it's dangerous or if it isn't. So, we stay until we find out.
Charlie,
Just a little further, Mac. We need this. We need it. You know I'm right.
a little further. The next time I call it, it's called.
The final meal of a sacrificed man is spilled on the ground. In the dim light, the slaughter-soaked concrete glistens. Examine PDA. The encrypted handheld device unlocks access to its owner's personal thoughts, messages, and reports. Stephen Cameron, technician. I have been assigned to assist Dr. Elspeth should she require anything to be lifted or transported. Apparently her bones are messed up, soft as chalk. It feels like I'm on Vulcan Death Watch again. Did I mention she smells like zinc and brimstone? 37 log entries were erased remotely, and that's a 37 in the game. So if anybody wants to do, I think, exclamation 37 sighting, that's one in the wild. To Captain Haskeen. Or that. Or just 37. Thank you. Sir, we've lost comms with the mule. Impossible to say for sure, but all the connections going dead simultaneously doesn't seem like a mechanical error. I hear her occupying force is communicating below just fine. I guarantee they've noticed the mule's comms are down, and they don't seem bothered. Captain, my take, they cut the comms to control the flow of information from the mule. Don't want anyone accidentally learning about what's happening down there. If I'm right, they're doing cleanup rather than containment, and we need to make sure we don't start looking like we need a wash. Cap told me that most systems have been shut down remotely. Any attempt to use them brings up an error saying Deep Sea 15 no longer exists, as it's now listed as lost. I did stuff like this during my time with Blue Haven in the 70s. We called it a goat fuck operation. Evacuate what personnel and data we can, then burn the place to the ground. The standard procedure was to set the site to self-destruct. This buys time to generate plausible deniability and shape an internal narrative. To entire list. I'm texting all channels. Is anyone there? The last thing I remember was helping move cargo, captain's orders, and then something heavy hit me on the head, knocking me out. Dr. Elspeth was the only one in the room with me. I woke up covered in blood and not a living soul around. What the hell happened here? A ton of debris washed up on the landing, life jackets and equipment from the Sebastian. I won't tell the captain. He's not coping well. Oh, sweet mother. The bell came back, and something climbed out. I heard screams. They didn't sound human. Is this like a diving bell? To Captain Haskeen. Cap, I got the sentry gun up and running, and by some miracle, I also got the DNA sniffer working. So if we can get a sample from that skin job, we can target it specifically. I've seen these rounds perforate tank plating out in the field, so anything that gets so much as grazed will be reduced to chunky mints. The battery was fried, so I spliced its cabling into our power grid. It should stay operational while we have power, and it has ammo. Also, uploads to Luna finished while I was working, so they got whatever data they wanted. Soon after, the system started doing a local scrub of our servers. It took a while, but I managed to catch that it was scrubbing every mention of this operation from our systems. I have a feeling that our time is up. Tick-tock, that's all I hear. Goat fuck operations always end in a large explosion. No explosion then? Sid didn't make it. I heard him scream, and then he was gone. Cap, you were sleeping when I left. I'm heading out now to deal with the old generator. The gas needs a refill. I should be done before anything goes to hell. Lock the door just in case, please, Cap. I need to head out to grab some supplies and start jury-rigging that long-range radio so this works out for our benefit. This sounds sentimental and somewhat ridiculous, given the circumstances, but I will grab some flowers from cold storage. I know Yvette loved yellow daisies, and we would feel better if we sent her off respectfully. Chin up. See you soon, Cap. Screeches inhumanely. Inhumanely or inhumanly? Or both? So what do we have to say about the Flayed Man? We played that game already. Oh.
This looks
Like what?
Chunky.
like it's staged, like a
Both is good.
like a ritual.
Is that supposed to make me feel better?
Wait, is this the person that likes daisies because there's like a flower in their eye? Can I touch it? Can I touch you? Do I have consent to touch the corpse? I don't think I can touch the corpse. Bowels. A wispy web of meat stretches lazily upward. Whatever crafted device holding them aloft, hidden in the darkness below, or darkness above. The strands dance and oscillate in time with dust particles brought to life by the drafty air. Beads of blood hanging from the tendrils, each reflecting a dot of light, a profane decoration upon necrotic wings. I really feel like I'm in my D&D game because there's been so much body horror in my D&D game. Like, I mentioned it in the spa the other day that I couldn't think of the word supple. So, maybe I should provide some context for that. What has recently happened in my game is that my player, I'm going to go by character names, Bernie. Bernie is a tiefling warlock whose patron is Fraz Urblu, who is the demon prince of like chaos, manipulation, lies. He has a great extended ancestor. They went to the wandering necropolis in the desert. Agranor, the ancestor, once tried to overthrow Fraz Urblu, and in doing so, shattered Fraz's staff, and also ripped his colleague in half, kind of. So in the necropolis, there was just a ambulatory circulatory system that was trying its best to return to the abyss to get its the taut skin to get its body back and exact vengeance on Agranor. That was when like everybody failed checks, and I could have just TPK'd the game right then and there. But I'm like, I don't want to do that just because of some bad rolls. I want this to play out. So I gave them an out, and the out was for this circulatory system. This character, Caligos, who was a professor at the a chronomancy kind of college that was on the necropolis before it became a necropolis. Said that if he allows Bernie to help him and get his vengeance on his ancestor, he will give him the piece of the staff that he has, which has been operating as almost as a heart. It was powering this circulatory system. So to give Bernie that piece of the staff and a way into the abyss, he injected himself into Bernie's body. So Bernie was carrying 2 circulatory systems. Things happen. They get to the abyss. Bernie's slowly starting to metamorphose into Caligos because, you know, you have a foreign body that is now fighting for dominance of the flesh. They have the fight with Agranor, and it goes really well. There was a environmental hazard that I designed, which was Caligos's body, and halfway through the fight, Bernie took some damage. The circulatory system came out, and that's why he was damaged, and started trying to get back into his actual body. And that just became a thing that was just kind of bouncing around the entire arena while they were fighting, just kind of like causing more chaos, knocking people down, causing some minimal damage and all that. So when the fight ended, I had it that their fight, for lack of a better word, ended, and the circulatory system got back into the flesh, and the arcane abyssal magics of the area kind of allowed Caligos to, in a way, like reform, rebirth himself, and then he was just kind of laying taut and supple and naked in the monastery floor and like offering the staff. And now the whole party's a little skeptical about Bernie having all 3 pieces of this staff, because if he gets it put back together, he would have so much power, like mind control power. But this, I mean, the long story, this is just making me think of the body horror that I like to incorporate into my games. And I guess I can't walk past it. Makes sense. Right now they're heading to a forge, like, to rebuild this staff. But I have plans to keep Bernie from going power mad. Variegated hanging chains clink quietly in the soft currents of the draft. The elevator doors are operated by this control panel.
Damn. Without power, this elevator's not going anywhere.
You know what? Let's
Working on it.
break it with a
Faster.
magnet. Break it with the magnet. Bang, 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 bang. Unknown console. It's unclear what purpose this piece of equipment serves. The best guess is that it analyzes whatever is dropped into the receiver, but it's impossible to know without power. Tarp. A couple of these weighty foil tarps have been used to cover the steel framework piercing through the center of the room, though not much headway was made before the attempt was abandoned.
Look at this. Fuel cylinder resupply station.
Functional.
Looks it.
That'll come in handy.
Oh gee, I wonder what we should do. There was another QR code. Huh? Did I do? The cylinder is surprisingly heavy now that it is energy packed to the brim. What were the symbols? And I got a screwdriver. Why is it all wrapped up? Mac threw my previous screwdriver at a dolphin. I'm beginning to think he has anger issues. Yeah, so far he's thrown a crowbar at a seagull and a screwdriver at a dolphin. You'd think that you would throw the opposite thing. Let's give this to Mac. We'll see if there's anything else here, and then we'll go back to Mac, who might be able to power things. The other side of the barricade. It strikes you that you're not quite sure which side of the barricade was meant to be cut off. That is a very, very valid point. Okay, let's go back to Mac. I got an achievement for dying. It was a secret. Didn't I try taping this up before? I need to take the...
And voila! Airtight.
There you go again, using fancy words, making yourself look smarter than me.
Honey, I don't need fancy words for that.
Sounds like my wife. Okay, let's try this again. Now what? Or is it this? Why is this one red? Okay, let me take a picture of that. Okay, let's try this again. There we go. Okay, I figured it out. This robust console provides the operation mechanism for the electric power generator. And I actually did figure that out myself, so, you know, pat me on the back. Switch distribution control input correct substation sequence. So I think this is what they were talking about. So I'm going to bypass substation 1 and substation 4. And this was JJ, right? Failure. Maybe I should have... Oh, but no, I did write them all down. That was AA. That was FG. This was JJ. And this was AA. But if he bypassed substation 4, so that would be FG. Oop. JJ. There we go. Okay.
And let there be light.
Good work. Problem though.
What?
Can't access the rig schematics. There's a security lockdown. Stand by.
Mapping vector updated.
Okay, I'm in. There's a control room through that sealed door on the upper deck. If we're gonna override the lockdown, that's where we do it.
Got it, I'll check it out.
These kind of games just prove to me that sometimes I'm not very smart.
So, yeah. No chance I'm squeezing through this.
What about Moses?
You're kidding.
He's helped sort scrap before. Already has a comm rig and a QSD. We can trade items with him just like we do with each other.
I don't like talking to him. Every time he asks about...
He was with her when it happened.
It happened because of him.
That's not fair.
I'm just saying what it is. She jumped in after him.
It's still not fair.
Fine, I'll get the damn bear.
Here, take his key. And be nice.
Bear. Smart bear. Smart bear key. Charlie keeps this key around her neck for some reason. So that was down in our vessel, right? The doll. Is this why so many comments in the Steam page say that they are very smart bears? I can't read that. This is Hope, though. I'm guessing Hope is their child and died somehow. Okay. Like that.
I am Moses. I am Hope's best friend.
Hope isn't here, Moses.
Ah, yes. I remember. The water. I do not like water. She tried to...
Head up to the top of the rig. I need you to squeeze through an open door there.
I will not see Hope again.
Head up to the top of the rig. Get through the door. Now.
Yes, Mac. I miss Hope, Charlie.
I do too.
I miss playing with her.
I do too.
Is it wrong to wish I could stop missing her? Sometimes I feel guilty for wishing it.
No. I think that, it isn't wrong at all.
My Charlie.
I wasn't expecting to feel
I
emotions.
do not like water. In water you are powerless.
I don't want this game to make me feel my own feelings.
There is a lot of water here. Water is unsafe. I do not like water.
It'll be dry inside. I promise, Mouth.
My Charlie. Charlie Mac, I am inside.
Okay. Now you need to get to the control room. It's on the other side of that bulkhead.
Putrid air. The interior radiates an unusually high heat made worse by a pungent aroma of rot that permeates the air. Various cartons of non-processed food have been stuffed into these containers. Many months' worth of leaks from rain to faulty pipes generally maintained by regular upkeep have flooded the floors and doused the interior with humidity. Soggy pieces of detritus float in the thin film of liquid muck that covers the floor. Gross. Pipes likely ferrying boiling water are distilled from the ocean below. Guess we'll go this way first.
This place smells bad. I would like to go home now.
Gotta be fucking kidding me.
How does he smell?
Language, Mac.
I know, Moses. It's okay.
Hey there,
We'll
Rhodey.
leave soon.
How you doing?
I promise.
I will leave soon.
Roster, a list of names from an ongoing pool tournament. The list of names reveals a happier time when the simple pleasures of a pool league were all that the crew had to worry about. Deep Sea 15, pool league, home team, other team. Are there two F Gamties? Gamty and Gamty, the other one. Duly and freely, do free. Winner gets their choice of shift rotations for a month. Sea captain for setting pool numbers, 2 months. Okay. Don't know if that is going to be important. You're good. How's it there? Yeah, it's okay. We had some snow yesterday, which was nice, and I took a long walk to the Little today to kind of get out of the house and pick up a couple odds and ends. Other than that, yeah, not much has changed. How about yourself? Is it still like brutally cold there? No, there's not too much here. It snowed in the morning, and then it was pretty much gone by the afternoon, early evening. Sir was in London today. What's Sir doing in London? A series of notice boards displaying a variety of materials. Rotation schedules a notice of arrivals and departures of staff, notifications and sign-ups for crew activities. A TV schedule and regulation reminders are dotted around adverts for company products and personalized iconography. We're in Chinook here, so it's warm. He's seeing family, comes back next week. He has family in London. What? Serb's not British, is he? Or does he just have family over here? He is. How have I never noticed that? The overturned table and chairs speak to a panicked scene, either pushed to the side to make room for something being moved through, or a victim or trapped frustration. A web of glass fractures burst outward from an impact point in the window, the most likely done with one of the nearby chairs. The windows here are heavy-duty glass, considering it hasn't shattered despite its damage. He's got family outside the city. He met up with B today. Ah, I miss B. I haven't seen B in a while. The unwelcome aroma of damp intermingling with rot permeates this room, a scene of chaos with furniture driven aside and handfuls of paper left to disintegrate in the standing water blanketing the floor. The forlorn pool table was shoved to the side. Dampness has copiously ruined the felt.
For children to eat.
Look at that. Food's still on the plates.
Yeah. They left in a hurry.
Or didn't leave at all.
And mold has claimed much of the remaining base. Yeah. Alright. Oh wait, I can take a look. A collectible. I found a VHS. Cave. But what can I do with it? Anything? Is there a VCR?
Kitchens can be dangerous places. Utensils, sharp objects, and powered equipment should always be stored safely.
False rain trickles down the window exterior, presumably from a cracked pipe above. Gotcha, false rain. Damp consumables. A befouled collection of mugs, plates, and utensils, all caked with a thick layer of rotten leftovers. The stink is invasive and aggressive, and proximity would invoke profound nausea. Over a dozen water bottles are reserved for cooking. Whatever chemicals were mixed into the water have long since begun to separate, spreading a sickly stain within the interior. A pair of menus listing what meals ingredients are sanctioned by corporate, and a list of what provisions are delivered weekly. A small mountain of plastic cutlery, plates, and bowls lies trapped within and underneath the overturned rack. A sickly green mold has spread across the rotting food. Whatever was stored here seems to have been removed before or after the rack was tilted over. Spoiled food. Rows and piles of processed foods and company-mandated ingredients, conspicuously untouched in a kitchen otherwise stripped of supplies. Come on, Moses. Oh, he's got little bears on his PDA. He is a smart bear. Sid Cookie Monster Mason, chef. My Christmas lunch menu is Peruvian string beans and oyster soup, followed by prime rib and pickled eggs with a chestnut-dressed salad on the side. Dessert will be cloverleaf rolls dipped in honey, double rations for your drinking pleasure. That sounds pretty good. I mean, the only thing I could eat are the string beans, eggs, and salad. But, you know, and I wouldn't eat oyster soup, but, you know, I used to like prime rib. I caught a glimpse of Dr. K's new pet this morning. She's been growing some tumorous meatballs in Baron's lab. I do not like the term tumorous meatballs. I swear I heard her cooing to it as though it were a newborn while she carried it around in a napkin. Her obsession with mixing her bodily fluids into whatever organic morsels she can find is getting to me. While cooking breakfast this morning, I suddenly panicked that she'd somehow contaminated the ingredients. Not long ago, I found one of her fish in the extended storage freezers covered in pustules. A weird mucus-like goop crawled out of its gills and across the drawer interior. I swear to God, its dead eyes were staring at me as if pleading. I asked Steve to toss it, burn the drawer, and order a replacement, but I can still smell the thing no matter how much I wash. I was asked to whip up a batch of goodnight chews for Kurt. He's still having those bad dreams. A nasty blend of synthetic opioids, cough syrup, sedative hypnotics, and essential oils will have him sleeping like a baby in stasis. That's the name of the game! I am genuinely happy that I went through all that effort to get a transfer topside. I was cooking down there long enough to get a whiff of what they were digging up. Imagine being in lockdown there. I wonder if Abdulaziz is okay. I doubt we still count as friends after the way we parted, but I wouldn't want anything terrible to happen to him. It's that synth asshole Corbin who keeps me from visiting. Gotta say, it's been a luxury not needing to worry about random security inspections, cavity searches, or its dipshit attitude. I'm no longer a holy man, but I've been praying that some Black Ops thug mistakes him for a toaster and puts a few rounds in his plastic face for target practice. Yeah, that would put a smile on my dial. Great news! The company rescue boat, Sebastian, is being prepped for departure. We've been tasked with loading boxes of reports and crates of artifacts aboard. Open parenthesis, there is barely enough space on deck for all this treasure, so I'm not sure where we will batten down, close parenthesis. The ship's crew seems to shudder with disgust whenever they look at us. They aren't even Navy. These guys look like bullet stoppers. Whatever, I'm too tired to care, and I'm glad most of us will be off this miserable platform in an hour. I hope Abdulaziz joins us. 12 log entries were erased remotely. Guess we're part of the collateral after all. As the ship departed, I saw Baron and several executives watching us plead the way a child watches a worm eat an insect from the inside. This was the first time I allowed myself to really see his face. It will stay with me to the grave. Cap D has called a strategy meeting. An animal caught in a trap will gnaw off its leg to escape. We will survive this, together. So, yeah, that's a bit fucked. Oh, there's a...
The floor is slippery here. Children should be cautious.
A pair of tanks containing compressed air. One tank seems to have recently sprung a leak, likely due to a lack of maintenance. Okay, we read that. Massive magnetic clamps ensure that the bulkhead access point can be shut in case of a breach. Great. Light flickers through the air vent, revealing a sickly pulsing light beyond.
The door is closed.
You're small. Find a way in.
I will try. My Mac.
It seems to make it faster. I don't want it faster, I want it off. I don't know, I thought maybe I could stop the fan with...
Turning this on and off is fun. I like watching it start and stop.
I feel like, Smart Bear is mocking me a little bit.
Goodness. This could cause injury if it lays here.
I'm gonna cause injury to you if you keep spouting out public service announcements. This is a deep sea installation. Everything on it's dangerous, okay?
Just ignore him, Mose.
Bye, Charlie.
This is doing something.
I'll say this for him, he breaks things apart really well.
Thank you, Mac. I'm in the control room.
Good work, Mose. Now, can you find an access point and override the security lock?
Am I allowed to do that, Charlie?
We're giving you permission.
Can he do that?
Yeah, he can. I've, kind of improved his design. He's a very smart bear now.
I am a very smart bear now.
I'm sorry, I'm trying... I know it's serious, but... just so many of the comments said I'm a very smart bear that... I can't help myself. I want to be a very smart bear. Alright, what are we doing? There was something written here. Or is it on the outside? Morbidly, it seems the staff were abandoned along with the facility. Oh, I missed it again. Numerous clumps of paper lying on the damp floor, slowly congealing into soft mush. There are a series of work terminals. Yeah, I can't really tell. And readouts from long-range and local communications to weather readouts and structure integrity reports. But, unfortunately, only one seems to be powered. A corpse. The humid air has resulted in the skin being pulled taut. There's that word again. Taut to the bone. The back of the chair is visible through the bullet wound. Did they...
Hello, I am Moses. What is your name?
Moses found another body.
Getting a really bad feeling here.
Just a little further.
Yes, not supple to the bone, Jatsu. Thank you for that. And, oh god. I do not like the phrase supple to the bone. Donald Big D. Haskeen, Captain. You will make all indulgences to our representative, Baron, as if he were Cain himself. As of this 0800 hours, the mule has initiated quarantine. Supplies and water will be rationed, so listen up, fuzznuts. If this is your first quarantine experience, crockery only gets washed once per day after evening chow. One flush only. Get used to the shitter smell or pucker up. You get one fresh water shower a day. I'll be keeping an eye on the meters. One meal pack per employee, company or commissioned, per shift. These restrictions do not apply to corporates. We'll adjust rationing to accommodate their schedule and proclivities. I'll be hassling the mule for updates on how long this will last. Hopefully it's only a drill like last time. Glad you could be of service. What would I do without you, Jatsu? It's been 3 weeks since this lockdown quarantine bullshit started. Somebody really humped the bunk. I miss you, Yvette. I hope you are safe down there. 25 days in, and still no updates. Not a word from Yvette. The banging and shouting you've been hearing over the last hour would be the unannounced arrival of a SEC team. The ship they arrived on, the Sebastian, is moored to the DS-15 Dock 5, which is out of bounds. Do not screw with these guys. They stormed the facility like they were raiding a goddamn drug lab, and had itchy trigger fingers for anyone standing in their way. These war chickens are taking orders directly from corporate, and the rest of us are just in the way. I'm available if you have any questions or concerns, but keep your eyes open for GD's sake. Keep your distance. Keep it together, Don. Your crew needs you. Yvette will be fine. I've got more bad news. The Weather Service has alerted us to a mother of a large shitstorm approaching our mobile Chernobyl from the southwest. Our own ping jockeys predict we've got about 9 hours before it hits, so tend to any hatches and bulkheads. You know the drill. Get the supply strapped down or brought in, and make sure your assigned cargo has been mag-locked. I want everything to be ship-shape. Let's not take any chances here. The storm looks like an angry one, and the grunt work will help keep our minds off things. 49 log entries were erased remotely. Attention, with the storm rocking in 2 hours, we were given the marching order. Pack up your shit and get to Dock 5 in 30 minutes. No exceptions, move it. Kane's Reign. Someone at HQ didn't want us talking and flipped the kill switch. All outgoing net functionality is dead, with a single exception, Kane Luna. It's the only place our hardware is talking. It's the only place our hardware is talking to right now. By the looks of it, it's a hell of a conversation. Mule comms are still good, but our broadcast blackout means they're also cut off from the rest of the world. I'm starting to think that's the point. The Mule hardline died. No more chatter from Kane Luna. Screams from maintenance. Part of me regrets not boarding the Sebastian when it left, but I couldn't abandon my crew, or Yvette. It's nice to have her close, even like this. I keep wondering if I could have saved her if I'd fought my way down earlier. Rationally, I know they'd have shot me, shot both of us, but maybe it would have been better to die together, instead of just finding her too late. I'll meet my maker soon. Waiting is agony. I'm just too tired for it. But I think it would be nice to watch the fireworks with her, to sit one last time before everything comes crashing down, listening to our hearts beat in tune as we join the Nexus. It's sad. It's sad. The shimmering plastic of the body bag bulges as the contents are straining to get out. It's a supple body bag. The beating of the heart.
Children should not try this.
A bionic heart. I don't have a real heart, but I do have a brain. And some people don't have either. Secured elevator. The elevator is barricaded with timber panels and braced with welded steel plates. That looks dangerous. Okay. We'll come back to that. There's a sentry gun. The high-caliber sentry gun is programmed to autonomously aim and fire at targets identified by its genetic sensors. Okay, so I might need to put the heart on that. But there was stuff over here I could mess with. Yeah, what's the terminal? I'm a very smart bear. That modem sound.
Connection secure. Firewall override. Access granted.
Improved. I see what you mean. He's actually useful now.
Mac, please be nice.
It's a damn toy.
Not to her. He wasn't.
Exterior and interior bulkheads are cycling pre-checks. Please be patient.
Mag doors are gonna open.
Okay, it looks like we can the hell was that? Fire the gun from the console. So let me... Is this not right? Seems as if the power source could be ripped clear of the juicy bits.
What is it?
Separated the power source from this heart. Was completely embedded into the meat.
Wash your hands, Mac.
I can feel the electricity buzzing from this whatchamacallit. Does Charlie have anything to say about it? A tiny mobile power source that could connect to just about anything. So maybe I was wrong about this then. Let me just try to fire the gun.
Guns are not toys.
A depleted power cell. All things in the world need batteries to work, but do not put them in your mouth. He's right. What am I going to do with this empty power cell? Alright, well, we'll give it to Charlie then. I'm sure Mac can charge this old power cell. That's this thing, right? The thing that I took the fuse from? Do I need to... Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Sometimes Mac puts a magnet on my head to hold his beer. Screwdrivers are not toys. No, because they will poke your eye out. Yeah, what am I supposed to do about this? Do I need to get the fuse back? I can't get the fuse, though. Heading to bed now. Hope you enjoyed the rest of the game stream. Thank you, Jatsu. Good night. I'm probably not going to be on that much longer, but I think once I get this figured out, I'm probably going to be heading out myself because it is getting close to 11. My wife has work in the morning. I just don't know how I'm supposed to fix this. Like, can I refuse? Or refuse? Can I remove the fuse? Good night. I hope you have a supple dream. Stuff it with tissue. Yeah, that'll go well. Oh, I can. All right. Okay, there we go. Is that burnt out now? Charged power cell. Little known fact is that these make great improvised explosives. We called them finger busters back in the day.
Something has activated behind me. Something colourful. Hope loved colours.
No target data. Hollow table. A ghostly visage floats in silence above the hollow table. It appears to show a man-made structure on the ocean floor. This isn't doing anything now. Okay. Oh, I don't think that's electricity buzzing from the switchboard, but I don't know what I need to do with that yet. It needs flesh or something, doesn't it? Security implant required. That doesn't seem to work. Do I need a hand? What's the substation notice? Did I read that? No, I don't remember this. FG and JJ. Can I take this? Can I have your hand? Wait, can I have your hand? What is that? Oh, that kind of, dude, that that kind of grossed me out a little bit. Disabled security implant. I'm sure that's not blood. Yes, that's only ketchup.
That actually worked.
What did you do, Charlie?
Just mimicked the sound of a human heart to get this security implant to work. Nothing big.
Is that
So
what you did?
smart, Charlie.
I see why you keep him around.
Nice. The implant cannot be used to gain access to restricted areas on this platform. However, it appears that the remaining power is limited to a single use. Okay. Oh, I can close the interface? Why would I ever do that? Just I'm gonna try to run a magnet over everything. It showed me a bunch of stuff, but I don't know what it was showing me. gotta be something I can do here. I have no target data. There's got to be something that looks like a magnet. Is this not right? Oh, for crying out loud. I'm just not clicking the right place. Wait, what? No, open back up. Or am I on the other side? Wait, I'm on the other side. Okay, in that case, let's see if does it save? Yes. Cool. Let's find somebody to raid out to because it is getting late. So yeah, that'll be it for episode 1 of Stasis.